Here is what Michelle Terry has been up to this week. At a marathon press day, she kicked off her debut season at the Globe, where she has taken over as artistic director following the controversial departure of Emma Rice. She unveiled to the critics her new gender-blind ensemble of 12 actors who are presenting the first 2 plays in Rep. She rounded things off by performing the role of Hamlet. So no pressure then. Terry is fiercely intelligent and wonderfully funny and has a great wealth of experience at playing Shakespeare. At the Globe and elsewhere, she portrayed Henry V in Regent's Park. She intuitively understands how to release the stellar power of the language. Mark Rylance, the first and last actor to hold the reins at this venue, advised her to lead from the front. This she has done, and in one of the Rylance's signature roles, too, but you of this set alongside Terry's keen democratic instincts and her aversion to hierarchy. The actors were brought in as collaborators from the outset, before the roles had even been assigned. Though Federi Holmes and Elle Weil are credited with the direction, there has clearly been a lot of imaginative freedom. The result is an As You Like It that is both gloriously oddball and wonderfully on the play's wavelength, and a Hamlet that is a bit flat, by comparison, and lacking in a cohesive vision. Despite Terry's compelling performance as a cut to the quick clown prince and the cross-cast Shamsa Arf's portrayal of Ophelia, which is truly haunting in its pained dignity. The production of As You Like It spreads the kind of joy that only the Globe, with its matchless sense of inclusiveness, can generate. Piers Quigley's doleful, northern, very amusing Jakes is asked by one of the other characters for the meaning of word justame that he's just used in one of his songs. 'Tis a Greek invocation, to call fools into a circle, he sniffs. The character means to make a rather uppity private joke against the cluster of men on stage. But then Quigley suddenly notices the ring of faces around him in the theater and lets out a panic-stricken a warmly bonding moment. This show is full of lovely things. Jack Lasky plays Rosalind, an already gender-bending role, with a thrilling emotional spontaneity, both freed and tormented by her Ganymede persona and clearly going out of her mind with love for Beatrice Jones's cross-cast Orlando. Deaf actor Nadia Nadaraja plays Rosalind's cousin Celia with great spirit and dash. The closeness of the relationship between these two characters, who have been brought up together since childhood, is beautifully conveyed through sign language. I may have grown a bit misty-eyed when the pair of them steal out shyly from under Hyman's voluminous, flower-studded bridal train in the magically staged multiple wedding ceremony in the 5th act. It's so attuned to the play's emotional geometry. Mixing period and modern, Ellen Parry's costumes are a continual delight. Seeming to wear his gut on the outside, Colin Hurley's terrific touchstone looks like a nest of draft excluders or the paunch as its own Pompidou center. Musically, James Maloney serves both productions well. I loved the blousy blare of trombones as Hamlet makes his way to his mother's bedroom. There are one or two pulse-quickening sequences in this staging, the thumping build-up of the mousetrap, for one. Hamlet starts to feign his antic disposition by donning full clown makeup and a cream coat and tie, Crazy Gang meets Victoria Wood. And then he is pushed over the edge. There's formidable wit and pain in Terry's delivery of the soliloquies, but while you sense that she is pulling you deep into her confidence, you never quite feel soul to soul with this Hamlet as you do in the greatest portrayals. The license granted by the clown's costume could be mined more for its subversive possibilities. You aren't unnerved enough by the fact that this prince becomes a real danger to himself and others. The other characterizations, apart from Sir Arthur's Ophelia, come across as traditional and underexplored. James Gunnan's Claudius is a nice enough bloke who just happened to make one big mistake. By contrast, Quigley and Nadaraja make a very piquant double act as Rose and Krantz and Guildenstern, as it once again introduces BSL signing. This method of communication is referenced movingly in the Life Goes On dance at the end, which proves to be one of the production's highlights. The double bill may be lopsided, but the situation at Terry's Globe yammers with possibilities. Until 26 August. Shakespeare'sGlobe.com. More about Shakespeare's Globe Hamlet. Michelle Terry As You Like It reuse content.